Hello, Haywood County and the rest of the district. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Bruce O'Connell, and I gotta tell you, politics isn't for everybody. I never thought I'd be doing this, but I got fed up enough to where I figured I had to stop talking, and I had to give it a shot for you, not for me. You must know by now that I'm not doing it for the money. I'm going to donate the salary, the congressional salary, to veterans, children, and law enforcement in this district. You know, I'm not doing it for a career because I've pledged to term limit myself and fight for term limits. So I'm going for the right reason. That's the first thing you need to know. The next thing you need to know about me is, yes, I'm a fighter, but I do it my own way. Back in 2013, when the Obama-Biden administration shut down the government, they forced my business to close. I looked at the situation and said, not going to happen. I hired lawyers, spent my own money, nobody was with me. I sued the federal government, and 5 days later they backed down, allowed me to reopen, and all the other national parks across the country were allowed to reopen. In return for me not going after them for lost revenue, they paid my legal bills and I let it go. And I went back to the pigskin and made beds and flipped eggs. That was back in 2013. Well, here it is 8 years later and I'm fed up again. I just cannot stand it any longer. I'm at the point in my life where I can give 100% to this job, which is what I'm going to do. I don't have to tell you that we're all of the same ilk up here. We're all constitutional conservatives. We all believe in limited government. We're all for secure borders, for pro-life, for pro-gun. We're all the same in that respect. But what you've got to decide is, who's different up here? Who does not want to be a politician? Whose political experience has only been that he voted? That's it. I voted as a Republican. I want you to know that my goal is to work for you, period. I'm a servant leader. And some of the animosity, some of the divisiveness that I hear, it worries me a lot. You know, Winston Churchill had a quote, and I'm reading a lot now, by the way, so I'm getting these quotes. One of Winston Churchill's quotes were, and excuse me if I sort of paraphrase it, when you fight with your allies, you're fighting without your allies. I choose not to go low. I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody. I'm going to talk about positivity and the issues. But don't get me wrong. If I get punched, I'll punch back hard. I want you to know something about me. I'm a fighter, but I'm a practical realist. I've been in business 42 years. I've had to deal with the National Park Service and that bureaucracy. I know the glacial pace government works at. I know how to navigate it. I've learned. And I do know you can't not raise your hand in the back of the room and ask a question when you don't understand something. You've got to say, stop. I don't get it. I don't know what you're talking about. Explain it to me. I know you can't go along because you're being bribed. I know what goes on up there in Washington. I know how it works. You give me this, I'll give you that, even if it makes no sense for the greater good. You need somebody that doesn't want a political career, that can say, no, I'm not going to do it. It's not right. That's what will make me different. Now, my name is Bruce O'Connell. 42 years I've been here working, making a payroll, dealing with the federal government, paying the bills, creating jobs. I'm now going to give all that up for no money, and I'm going to try to go to Congress for you. You've got a chance to send a wild man to Congress. That's me. I'm not typical. I won't be typical. This is a chance to make a difference. I'd like you to consider me. I'm going to go to work for you, not for me, not for a career. My name is Bruce O'Connell, 2 N's, 2 L's. And there's a website, bruceoconnell.com, where you can learn all about me. Thank you very much.